Hey, what's up, everyone? How's it going? My name is Nick Brown, and I like to party. Now, a lot of people attribute the fact that I like to party because I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. If anyone's heard of that. Anyone out there? No? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I spent the last 18 years climbing up through the Russian mafia, killing some people, picking up hookers, cocaine. That's a true story that I just made up right now. I've never done this before. I am a comedy stand-up virgin, so enjoy this. I hope we all will tonight. Now, when you come from Las Vegas, a lot of people like to assume things that aren't true. But when you are from Las Vegas, then you just like to play at that as much as you can. For instance, I met some kids from Minnesota one summer when we were at a student council national meeting thing. It was a camp, whatever. So these kids from Minnesota, they're like Canadians. They're kind of easy to trick. So they come up to us. They come up to me and they're like, "Whoa, you're from Vegas? That's so cool, eh? What hotel are you staying at?" And I'm like, "Well, if they ask you what hotel you stay at, you know they're Canadian." So I'm just like, I stay at the Palms. We're actually below the Playboy Suite, so it sucks at times. But at the same time, every once in a while you get a little lucky. So it was good. And then they start asking a question about your family, where you get your income from. They're like, hey, what's your dad do? Is he a professional poker player? And I'm like, oh, of course, yeah. We get him on ESPN all the time. He's the one dude who wears like the big gray cowboy hat. And he's the ZZ Top beard and the glasses you can't see through. People think that's just what he wears during games so you can't see his eyes. No, he's like that at home. It's really hard to talk to my dad. And then, there's always the awkward Minnesotan in the back who's like, what does your mom do? Is she a stripper? And then I kind of get mad. I look him in the eye and go, we do not talk about my mom like that. But no, we kind of joke to my mom. The woman's a saint. For instance, I love going home because when you open up my door, my mom's in the kitchen, where she should be. I promised I wouldn't tell that joke. Promise I wouldn't tell that joke, but oh well. She'll make me a pecan pie later. It'll be good. How many people here have been in a fight? Anyone? Yes? Yeah, when I went home for Thanksgiving, I got in the most epic battle of all time. Because I walked in the door, and his name is Olaf. He's German, and he loves to fight. That's the only way I can put it. I walk in the door, he makes eye contact, and things kind of froze, like I'm in the Super Bowl. And all these thoughts are going through my mind, like, am I going to throw a left hook? Right jab? I don't know. I'm right-handed. I don't know if that makes sense. Should I kick him? Is that against the rules? And he just makes eye contact, and he gets in an athletic stance. I do the same. I jolt like that, and he starts running. So I'm like, what is going on? I step into my house. I look around. He's running circles around in my family room. I'm like, is he trying to play the Hey Arnold thing where he just goes crazy in a fight? Get that reference, bonus points for you. Thank you. So then I'll step down, and I'll be back in my athletic stance, and he dives at me. And that's when I realize, freeze frame right there, there's an 18-pound wiener dog diving at my face. And that is horrifying. Those things can bite you, and they can run at like 40 miles an hour. I can probably run like 10, and I'm 6'4". That's pretty bad. Nonetheless, Olaf just, he dives on top of me, and we start rolling around the ground. I throw him up against the couch. He starts barking and wagging his tail like that. We're enjoying life and everything. My mom yells at him. We both go like this. And then it's back to the fight. Gotta take a little break in between. I get Gatorade, he gets whatever the hell we feed him. I don't know what it's called. We have another wiener dog. Her name's Tina. She's a mini. She's kind of helpless. She's traumatized by Olaf. She just kind of sits on the couch going, like the entire time we fight. And if you step over to her, she gets scared and rolls over. But that's what happens when you're good at fighting. Ask Chuck Liddell. People bow down to him. But yeah, so I love fighting Olaf. But another thing I love about being home is that, well, first off, my dad wakes me up at ungodly hours in the morning to take me to Mass on Sundays. But it's okay, because during football season, it's game time. You go, you sit down on the couch, you turn on the TV, and you're ready to go. And my mom, as usual, in the kitchen, that's not a stereotype, she just does that. I flip on the TV, my dad's like, put on the Raider game. Yeah, we suck, deal with it. I'm trying to turn it on. I flip to ESPN, and then I realized ESPN does not show football anymore on Sundays. No, they show this wonderful gem. It's called women's billiards. I don't know the rules, but it is mesmerizing. You know, why do I keep taking the mic out? I just kind of like, I sit down and I'm just like in the zone, just watching these two women go at it. One of them, I don't know her name, I don't know any of their names. One of them looks like they could be Chuck Liddell's wife, because she's big, beefy, looks mid-40s, has a mohawk, it's kind of awesome, but at the same time it's so intimidating. I'll just call her Butch Cassidy for the sake of the joke. She's going up against this girl completely opposite, small, Asian, looks like she should be in the Powderpuff Girls, and she just kind of like skips through everything. You get your two commentators who look like they haven't been sober since '86. And then of course there's the one fat guy who sits in the front row and just yells at everything, and he looks like Al from Toy Story 2. Again, reference, 10 points, thank you. So yeah, you know, it's just quiet. They're just kind of whispering like it's golf. And now I have Butch Cassidy. She's about to go up. She's gonna tee off right now. I didn't know they called it tee off in women's billiards, but that's what they do. And Butch comes up. She grabs her cue.